Any facial prosthetics, would you? I most certainly would. Oh, great, I'm searching all over the city, exclaimed the young actor. Standards have sadly slipped amongst my peers, said Murph, wringing his hands. But the emporium of misrule has stood firm. Right. Well, I need to get my hands on a realistic looking nose, said the actor, throwing a tentative glance towards the multitude of display cases on the shop floor. This way, young man, said Murph, stepping out purposefully from behind the counter. These are the finest facial prosthetics available in performing arts today. Wow, these look great. Looks as real as the one on my face, said the young man, gratefully receiving a handful of noses from Murph. In the hands of professional makeup artists, which I'm sure your production has in its employ, these really are indistinguishable from the real thing, said Murph, going to the rare trouble of helping the young man affix a particularly subtle specimen to his face. And would these noses be able to throw off or confuse some inspect's facial recognition thing, like web fever? Said the young actor, eye looking everywhere but at Murph. Excuse me, said Murph slowly. You know, if you were like wearing inspecs right now and you scan me, would the facial recognition be able to bring up things up? I've never, will never own such a device, said Murph, crossing his arms and narrowing his eyes. That's cool. I mean, I don't go in for it myself, but you know, it's kind of a problem in theaters now. Viewers scanning actors' faces and, you know, corrupting their experience of the fictional world being constructed on stage, said the young actor. Interrupts the suspension of belief, ventured Murph. Exactly. Big problem now. No suspension. These fucking yuppies, if you'll forgive my language, sir, come bowling into our theatres and want to record their yearly incursion into the world of the arts for our friends to see. The recording is bad enough. Christ knows half the world can see your performance now without ever stepping foot inside the theatre. But they don't stop there. Can't help themselves. They have to see who the lead is dating, what bars they drink in, and what they posted on Twitter, said the actor, working himself up into a state of anger that impressed Murph. Standards had not been maintained, nodded Murph solemnly. I'm so glad you understand, sir, said the young man, reaching into his inside pocket. So if you wouldn't mind putting on these inspecs for me and checking that the nose works, that would be just great. Murph exhaled sharply and considered ejecting the actor there and then. The pandering to the public, so omnipresent in modern life, was clearly invading the theatre too. Why they didn't simply ban all inspecs wearing customers from ever setting foot inside the building again was beyond them. They were, like the rest of modern society, opting to palliate the disease rather than operate on its root causes. But yet, the young man was merely an artist, trying to establish himself in the current milieu. He could not, as he struggled to win bit parts here and there, begin setting down conditions. It was the gatekeepers, the producers and theatre owners and promoters who were to blame. What mattered here was that the young man held the right attitudes. And who is to say that when he established himself, he would not cast the Philistines out of the theatres once and for all? I do mind. But seeing as you're a professional practitioner of the performing arts, who seems to understand something of the degradations being inflicted upon American culture, I'll make an exception, said Murph, taking the inspection reluctantly. So how do I use these bloody things? Just put them on like this and look at my face here and then press this, said the actor. A greenish light swept across Murph's vision as he looked at the young man's face with its fake nose. A low hum emanated from the arms of the inspecs. Some numbers flashed up in Murph's peripheral vision, and then all kinds of information began to appear, as if projected onto the young man's face. Hundreds of tweets documenting the eating of meals and frequenting of bars, performance of plays scrolled across Murph's vision. Facebook posts to blog entries and theatre reviews followed. Then a raft of emails from various women, all writing in slightly amorous registers, all apparently oblivious to each other's presence, started to open up. Now Murph was not a regular user of this type of modern technology, but he was fairly sure he was not meant to be seeing private emails. He was also certain that he should not be granted access to the actor's credit card activity. Murph eyed the subscriptions to barelylegal.com and schoolsluts.com with wild amusement. But when he saw the actor's last purchases on iTunes, Taylor Swift, One Direction, and Celine Dion, he'd seen enough. Get the fuck out of my shop, said Murph, snatching the discreet silicon nose from the young man's face. Whoa, take it easy. I guess that nose was a little too subtle, huh? That porn stuff was my little brother using my credit card, okay? Said the young actor, unable to bring his training to bear on a blatant lie. Just get out, said Murph, turning his back on the shoddy performance in disgust. The actor, spotting an opportunity, snatched one of the more prodigious noses from the counter and began sprinting towards the exit. Hey you, shouted Murph, turning to give chase. Come back here with my nose. I don't serve Celine Dion fans, you hear me? I don't serve fucking Dion fans.